Good morning, you guys. Welcome to the vlog. Instead of my regular weekly vlog, I thought it would be fun to get a little bit more specific for this one and do a full what I eat in a day. I love watching these videos because one, I love to cook. I love getting recipe inspo, and it's just such a calming video to watch. And it's also interesting to see just what meals people are making. So I'm excited to take you guys along. Before we do get into it, I want to say these videos are for inspiration for meals. By no means is this video trying to say you need to eat exactly like this, to look a certain way, to be a certain way. That's not the point of this video, because honestly, when you see these videos online, this is just one day out of the year. So I'm gonna try to make this as typical as I can of what I'm actually eating on a general day, but you might watch this and then tomorrow could look completely different. So with my videos like this, but anyone else, take them with a grain of salt. Use it as inspiration to get excited to cook some like healthy, wholesome meals. But by no means is this saying like copy what I do. Okay, I feel like that just had to be said, but let's get into it. We're gonna start with supplements and water. So the first things I put in my body are Seed Symbiotic. I love this one. It's a pre and a probiotic. Then Ritual is my go-to for my multivitamin. I take this Essential for Women multivitamin 18+, and then also their stress relief if I'm having a day where I know I'm gonna be like super busy, lots of deadlines. Love this as well. So I use my filtered water for my AquaTrue. This helps to just get any contaminants out of your water. I think that's so important for water. Gonna do some Kion aminos in there. I love starting my day with these because you know you're getting all your essential amino acids, and especially if you have a morning workout. Symbiotic B12 and B6. I do about like 6 squirts of that. And something I never miss is my Armor Colostrum. This has helped with my immunity so much. I used to get sick a good bit. I just had a terrible immune system, and honestly, since adding Armor Colostrum into my life, I feel like I can't remember the last time I got sick. I know that looked like a lot, but honestly, once you get into the routine of it, it's just like muscle memory at that point. I just whip it all together, and that is my little morning supplement routine. Cheers. I do think it's also pretty important to say that supplements, everything I showed you, is just an added bonus in your wellness routine. For the general population, if you don't actually lack something or you're not deficient in something, you don't need any of this. It is just an added bonus to support more of your goals. As someone in the wellness and fitness space, I want to make that so clear that I love supplements. You see how many I take, but I am never ever gonna sit here and say that you guys need a supplement unless you get blood work done and you work with a doctor and they tell you like, hey, you are deficient in this, you need this. Then on average, we don't need anything extra. It's just an added little bonus. Yum, let's make coffee. Time for breakfast, aka the best meal of the day always. If I could eat breakfast food every single meal, I would. And sometimes I do. Today I think we're gonna do pancakes. Let's do pancakes.
Pancakes!
You want pancakes too?
Yes, I want pancakes.
Sometimes if I'm feeling up to it, I will make like a sourdough discard pancake, or I'll make them from scratch. But today, honestly, I think I'm just gonna use this pancake mix that I pick up from Whole Foods. It's Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pancake mix. And whenever I am making any meal that doesn't have like a main source of protein, like chicken or eggs or something, I will find a way to incorporate protein into it. So that's where ProMix comes in. We have tried so many different protein powders. ProMix has stayed a staple in our routine for the past like 3 years now. This one is the grass-fed whey cinnamon swirl, which, as you guys have watched all of my videos, know that I don't do a lot of dairy, but I've been putting a little bit of this into stuff and I actually haven't had any issues so far. But usually I do stick to their vegan protein. They have amazing flavors for that. But I think today we are gonna add a scoop of this one in and try this new flavor of cinnamon swirl. I think for the longest time with dairy, when I would have dairy and get a super upset stomach or breakout, it was usually a very like low quality dairy or very like highly processed dairy source. And as I've slowly started integrating types of dairy back into my life, I've started with goat milk and goat cheese, and that's a lot easier to digest, so that has been perfectly fine. And then with whey or any type of like true cow's milk, we make sure that it's grass-fed and it's just a very high quality source, and ProMix definitely cares about that, so we love working with them. How many pancakes do you think you want?
Oh, 20.
So we'll start with the pre-made pancake mix. Boom. And for this, a serving size is 2 scoops. So I'm gonna do 4 scoops for both of us. One serving is 25 grams of protein, 5.9 grams of branched chain amino acids. And like I already said, they source their whey from grass-fed cows. They make sure that it's minimally filtered. It contains omega-3s. And if you're someone who doesn't like something that tastes overly sweet, this is a great protein to try because it still gives that good flavor, but without tasting like some fake sweetener. Gonna do a little extra cinnamon, stir that up. And then for the liquid, I'm gonna pour in a little bit of almond milk and a little bit of egg whites. I find that adding egg whites to protein pancakes, protein oats, pancake bowl, it makes it a lot fluffier, and it obviously adds a little bit more protein to it, and it makes the consistency of all of them just like so much thicker. I love it. So we'll stir that up. There is the consistency we're going for. And then we cook on caraway pans. This is a non-toxic cookware. I love these because the pancakes just like slide right on off. So we'll heat this up. And I think I want these to be banana pancakes too. So we'll slice a little banana up and add those in. All right. These are gonna be so thick. Add the bananas in. That's stunning. All right, there are the pancakes, and then I have what I'm gonna top them with. We have a pumpkin butter, an almond butter, some cinnamon, and then this lactose-free Greek yogurt. That just is like a fun little thing to put in between them, so let's top them up. Like that. I'm gonna do a scoop of the pumpkin seed butter, and then for Lucas, I'm gonna do almond butter. Do some fresh blueberries. I like honey on mine, and Lucas likes maple syrup on his. All right, and there is breakfast, packed with protein, made with good ingredients, and obviously so yummy. I can't wait to eat this. And huge thank you again to Pancakes for sponsoring this portion of the video. If you wanna try their vegan protein or their grass-fed protein, this is the cinnamon swirl again, and I will link them in the description. They have so many amazing products. Jump scare, we put on a radiance mask. So sorry about that, but we're about to make lunch. Probably like 3 or 4 hours later. Honestly, the pancakes really filled me up.
Me too.
So I'm not the most hungry. So let's think of maybe like a lighter lunch that I want to make. I kind of want to use an avocado because we have a bunch of fresh ones. So maybe we'll do something with that. Okay, I'm gonna saute up these mushrooms just because we had them left over. A little bit of olive oil. And then I've just honestly pulled out a bunch of random stuff in our fridge that we're just kind of like on the tail end of trying to get rid of. And I'm gonna throw together some type of salad with chicken on arugula. So this is so helpful. We don't like to meal prep full meals because that can just get boring to eat the same meal day after day. So we meal prep ingredients. So like this is our chicken meal prepped. I'm gonna pull some pieces from this and cube it up to put on the salad. But I feel like when people say meal prep, you think you have to have like 6 of the same meal ready to go, and that's just not the case for us. We definitely do more like dishes. So we'll do like a sweet potato dish, a chicken dish, a veggie dish, and then you just pull from it.
But then we have our snacks.
Oh, these are our protein balls.
We do meal prep snacks though.
Yeah. So we'll just let that heat up with the chicken and mushrooms. My big lunch bowl. So we have the chicken and mushrooms, some beet, goat cheese, pumpkin seeds, avocado, sauerkraut, and arugula. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of apple cider vinegar, balsamic, and honestly, I put buffalo sauce on anything, so we'll top it with that. That looks so good. On the side, I'm also gonna do chips and salsa. I swear I don't go a day without at least a couple bites of chips and salsa. It's my favorite. So I'm doing this one from Thrive Market. Oh, we don't have that much left.
Then it feels super thin.
Okay, we're gonna eat this, sit down and work a little bit, and I will see you either for a snack or dinner. We're gonna prep a Ninja Creamy for dessert tonight. So I'm gonna do half a banana, mash that up in the bottom. If you haven't tried Ninja Creamy, guys, it's so worth it. A nice scoop of the same Greek yogurt I was using. I just do like a pretty big scoop. I'm gonna do a little bit of the coconut milk from Thrive Market. This one is a very thick one. And then I'm actually gonna add a little bit of that same Promix protein, honestly, just for the flavor to make it like a sweeter, like cinnamon vanilla taste. So since we already did like a full serving of this today, I'm only gonna do a half serving. A little bit of almond butter. This is the key to a Ninja Creamy. Adding a little bit of nut butter makes it so thick and actually like ice cream consistency. Another trick to make it thicker is this bovine gelatin. You can make like really yummy, healthy gummies with this, but you can also add it to things to thick it up. And instead of being like Jello packs, it's just straight collagen protein, which is nice. So we're gonna do only the smallest amount of this, like 1/4 of a serving, and some frozen blueberries. And this is gonna taste like a vanilla blueberry cinnamon muffin. We're gonna set it in the freezer for like 5 to 6 hours and it'll be ready to go tonight for dessert. Luke is leaving off to the gym right now.
Always.
We wanted to show this. Luke has one of these every single day. So I just wanted to show you guys if you're looking for a good quick protein snack. This is 16 grams of protein, 150 calories, birthday cake flavor. It has little sprinkles on it. It's so good.
It's so nice before the gym because it's got obviously a little bit of protein, but then it has the same amount, 17 carbs. It differs based on flavor, but they're super easy snack during workout, before workout, or even like immediately after. And it's not like the biggest bar, so it's perfect.
Yum.
I'm taking it with me.
Love you.
Love you.
All right, it is getting close to dinner time. It's like 6 right now. And I think we're gonna do spaghetti squash pasta for dinner. So we've just been thawing out this ground sirloin beef from Butcher Box. I think I've talked about Butcher Box in some of my previous vlogs, but basically we bought a subscription to Butcher Box and it is so amazing. Let me show you. This is not sponsored, by the way. We are customers. This is our freezer right now. You can choose the amount you get. So you don't have to get this much if you don't have like a big freezer or something, but a lot of chicken, beef, steak, ground turkey, ground chicken over here, a little bit of lamb and some like bison. You guys, it is so freaking good. And it's honestly saved us money in the past couple months from not having to go to the grocery store whenever we need meat, because we always run out of meat. And whenever we're like, oh, we have everything except we don't have beef tonight for dinner, and so we have to go to the grocery store for that. Then we get to the grocery store and we end up like buying random stuff that we don't need because we're like, we're already here, we might as well throw some snacks in. I don't know. It's an amazing company. So yeah, we're gonna do the beef and then this, and then I'll cook up some gluten-free noodles on the side too, because usually if we just do the spaghetti squash, we're still pretty hungry after. It doesn't like fully fill us up. So we do like half noodles and half this. And then probably just a good basic marinara. This is honestly one of the easiest meals, so I'm really glad I'm showing it on here how we do it, because I feel like if you're looking for something that's just quick, easy, simple, doesn't take a lot, this is one of those. And it is truly so yummy, so cozy, and a perfect way to have pasta night, but like sneak in some veg. Okay, we'll just set these in my caraway baking dish like that. Drizzle up with some good olive oil and sea salt, and then I put these in the oven for around 45 to 60 minutes at 450 degrees. One thing about me, I hate cooking meat. Like I actually hate it, but we gotta toughen up, especially red meat. Red meat gives me the heebie-jeebies, but I know it's so good for me, especially as someone who lacks iron, so we gotta get it in, but like, oh my gosh. We had an unfortunate change of plans. I went to go get the noodles ready and there's no noodles. So usually I would just make a gluten-free noodle on stovetop and mix it in with the spaghetti squash, and so it's like half and half like I was saying. But I guess we're gonna be boring and just make some rice on the side to get a little bit more carb and fill us up. It definitely doesn't go with the dinner naturally, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And if anything, this makes this what I eat in a day a little more real, because that's reality. You run out of things and you think you have something sometimes and you don't, so you gotta make it. Whenever I make rice, I like to make a little bit extra so that we can meal prep it. So I'm gonna put a good bit into our rice cooker. So I'll probably do like 2 cups of dry rice. Right into here. And then this is a little fun tip I have for making rice, to add bone broth to it instead of water when you're cooking it. It adds protein, amino acids, and by adding protein to a carb like this, it can help with any like blood sugar spikes. We'll do 4 of these little cups. And you guys, it makes the rice so much more tasty. All right, we'll let that cook.
I'm a big chested monster.
Luke's coming in to help because I'm exhausted.
Ready? Just put a little sauce in there.
To shred them, you just take the fork and like push down and it literally turns it into noodles.
Whenever Brinley used to talk about these all the time, I was like, oh, whatever. I always thought you had to like grate it with like a grater. And I was like, no, I don't want to do like, that's too much work. I just rather have like normal noodles and stuff. And then we did it for the first time and it just like,
he was obsessed.
But it turns into noodle. Like it's already noodles.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
So the rice is made on the side. Here's the noodles. That made a really big portion. And then we'll do meat sauce on top. Gonna put a little bit of goat cheese. Ooh, do you want to shred your cheese on?
We still have some left.
I'm gonna do a little bit of the oregano seasoning on top too. There we go. He is literally shredding cheese on the floor to give to Ziggy. Luke, it's in his hair. Oh my gosh. This is what Ziggy eats in a day. Shredded goat cheese off the floor. Luke, come on.
He loves it. Look at him.
I just vacuumed.
Oh, he's freaking out.
All right, we're taking a break from our show. Sorry it's dark, but we don't like the overhead lights on at nighttime, but it's Ninja Creamy time. We're gonna put this right in there. And we'll press ice cream. Okay, we got flash on so that you guys can actually see this, but this looks so good. It looks almost like an acai bowl, but it's that blueberry, cinnamon, vanilla. And I honestly added a little bit too much liquid, so it made it more like a smoothie bowl. But if you just do a splash, it'll turn it into straight up ice cream. But still so good. We're gonna share this, sit on the couch and watch a show. That wraps up our what I eat in a day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know if you guys like these. We'll definitely do more.